Good evening and welcome to everyone who has had a chance to log on to this short word from your pastor. And this evening I thought I'll speak to you personally. As you know, things have developed since I last spoke to you on Sunday, and we now have a much more serious lockdown. And just want to update you that firstly, church is now officially closed. The building, is officially closed. I've switched off the heating system today, and so you should not be going to the church building unless it's an absolute emergency. Those involving or emergency plan for those in need, of course, are accepted. So I hope that every one of you are well. I've been trying to reach as many people as I can, and I know others have been ringing one another, so we're really encouraged by that. Just continue to bear one another's burdens. You would also be aware from notices I've sent out that, of course, today we had the sad loss of Sister Colleen, the National Overseer's PA, and Sister Colleen has served us remarkably over the last 30 or so years, managing the national office. And of course, she's a dear friend to us up Bunyan Road, having spent a lot of TSM days with us, and the weekends especially. So remember her family in prayers and so on. And I will keep you up to date with anything else that develops, so that you get information as early as possible. But for this evening, I thought I would just like to encourage you from the scriptures. We are in difficult times, as I mentioned on Saturday, but I have a word from the book of Acts, chapter 4, of course, when the disciples had some difficulties and challenges in their day. And here is what it tells us at the end of chapter 4 about the spirit that the believers had amongst each other. In verse 42, it says this: they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to the fellowship and to breaking of bread and to prayer. A sense of awe came over everyone, and the apostles performed many wonders and signs. All the believers were together and had everything in common. Selling their possessions and goods, they shared with everyone or anyone who was in need. With one accord, they continued to meet daily in the temple courts and to break bread from house to house, sharing their meals with gladness and sincerity of heart, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. So at a difficult time for the apostles and for the new believers, they found a spirit amongst themselves. It says awe was upon them, and they had a sense of awareness of the times, that it was a difficult times. And the Bible says that they shared everything. They came together. They looked out for one another. This is exactly what God requires from us. As you know, we've tried to set up, put systems in place to make sure anyone amongst us or our community who's in need receives that emergency need as much as possible. And we will continue to do that. Doesn't matter how far away you are, we will try and get food to you once it's reasonable to do so. And the spirit and attitude that they had was that nobody said that anything he owned was his own. They realized that this was a time when we all needed to pull together and to stand together as one. So for the days to come, I would just want to encourage you to stand together and continue to ring one another's numbers. If you're not sure of someone's numbers or whether you have, consent to ring people, then contact myself or Lydia, and we will try and get numbers to you. But just look after one another, look out for one another, and bear one another's burdens. And continue to pray for myself and the ministry team here at Bunyan Road. We just want to serve you the best we can, and one or other of us will keep you updated. We will probably try, besides Sundays, we will probably try and make a regular Wednesday brief conversation as today. So God bless you. Have a good night, and just continue to bear one another's burdens. God bless.